Brian Lehrer on WNYC at the Republican Convention in St. Paul. We continue our Meet the Delegates series now. With me is a delegate from California. Can you tell me what's your hometown and what's great about your hometown?
My hometown's Moraga, California, and what's great about it is a wonderful place to grow up as a kid and to raise children. My two nieces and nephew are there now, and I love it.
Moraga, what part of the state is that in?
It's in the east side of the Oakland Hills in Northern California, just outside San Francisco.
So you are a delegate to the Republican Party from the Bay Area of San Francisco.
I am, and this is my 5th time I've been on a delegation from California, yes.
Do you have to kind of go undercover back home as a Republican?
No, I am well recognized since I'm a rare commodity in the area. There's no being undercover. I enjoy it.
Do you get into a lot of political arguments, though, with your neighbors and colleagues?
We tend to find our own, but my best friend sits on the bench in San Francisco, and her ideology is as far one side as mine is the other, but we both agree the process is very similar, and we support the country and democracy, so we tend to have more in common than we do with difference.
That's good. What issues are people talking about back home right now?
Well, in large part, I think national security is a concern. We're, of course, from the coast, and the economy. Obviously, we've been through the bump with Silicon Valley and the defense industries. So the San Francisco Bay Area, in large part, worries about the housing crisis, which has hit California really hard, and the opportunity for the students to be able to afford tuition, go to college, and what that looks like in terms of national security and mobilizing our defense.
One of the things that Obama said in his acceptance speech was that McCain had no plan to help people afford college. Do you think in general the Republicans are better situated to do that?
I'm hopeful that the Republicans are better situated, but they can't do that without a partnership with the Democrats. And what we need, I believe, is more cooperation from the Democrat-controlled Senate and House. So if together they can get a nonpartisan commission going to work that out, I think having more opportunity for those who want to go to college and are willing to make the sacrifice would be helpful. But it's got to be a partnership from both sides of the aisle.
To do what, for example? And I understand you teach college, right?
I do. Yes, I do. I'm an adjunct professor at the University of Southern California, teaching graduate school in policy, planning, and development.
But wait, you live in Northern California.
I commute a lot. We have facilities both in Sacramento and Los Angeles.
Right. And so do you have any ideas about what it would take to make college more affordable?
Well, most of the students are going, and of course we have a large number of women, much different than when I went to graduate school. The majority of our students are women, really want the opportunity to finance it, and they're willing to make the sacrifice and long term to make the payments. But having affordable financing for graduate school for those students makes a big difference. And of course today's university world is often so competitive because the scholarships are given on an academic basis, that they need the opportunity to prove themselves at the undergraduate level, and of course that means not having to worry about where the financing is coming from. So what I see is a lot of hardworking students who just want the opportunity to be able to focus on their studies and not worry about the financing, knowing that they've got to focus on paying that back in the long run.
What does it mean to you in 2008 to be a Republican?
In 2008, it means to be proud to be a woman and to have seen, having come, I was Young Republican State Chairman in California. I also was Executive Director of the California delegation in New York for the convention we had in Manhattan, which was a wonderful convention. This year, it means to me that same opportunity that I had for go to a convention, meet other young people who felt like I did, and move forward. As a Republican, the opportunity to talk to others about things that we believe in, particularly this case, the opportunity for women. I see so many women in graduate school and coming into politics, that opportunities I didn't necessarily have as a young Republican that now we do. I'm so pleased with the nomination of Governor Palin and the opportunities that Senator Clinton has afforded women to participate in the process of making public policy and decision making. That's why I'm excited to be a Republican this year.